Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Simon, and I'm back with Attack on Titan. I know that things haven't really been flowing on this channel at the moment. There is going to be content back, hopefully as soon as the end of this week, but it's going to be very much Naruto-based. I'm going to make a little update video just to let you all know what's going on with this channel in particular. But there is still videos coming, and I'm about to catch up on the next two episodes of Attack on Titan. This episode was delayed by a week because of the earthquake. I believe that even the sub actually got partially delayed, even halfway through the episode, I think. There was some issues, I know, sort of with the episode being released, and it's completely understandable. So we had to wait an extra week for the dub version, which I'm fine with. I've also got the next episode, which has just been released today, to catch up with. So hopefully you should have these two episodes back to back in terms of one day and then the next day. So yes, last episode we had the death of one of the main characters, and you know, it's the final season. I was expecting there to be deaths. I was expecting, you know, people to be given an end to their stories because it is the final season. And if Attack on Titan has really shown us anything, it's that it's not afraid to kill off characters. But, you know, the actual story itself has kind of thrown me this season. You know, taking place firstly in a completely different location, Mali, and a different time, 4 years later. And, you know, we sort of see the perspective of the other side. And, you know, then we head into this whole, you know, secret undercover mission that Eren's been on that hasn't been sanctioned by anyone. And he's been very lucky that his friends in the Scouts have come and saved him. And that's what the last sort of 2-3 episodes really focused on, was the Scouts' efforts to rescue Eren. And, you know, the unfortunate consequences of that being Sasha having been shot and killed. You know, Sasha being one of the fan favourites, though she never really got a lot of screen time. You know, she's one of the originals. She left her mark, I think the very first time we saw her with the potato. You know, and she was a character with a lot of spunk. And, you know, she will be missed, but at the end of the day, you know, this is the final season, so everyone's eventually going to be missed. But what are the consequences of that going to be now? Eren has got to carry that guilt with him that, you know, she's dead indirectly because of his actions. You know, and there is something changing about Eren that, you know, I don't think I like. He's definitely become consumed with this, you know, darkness that has been slowly growing within him, I guess, ever since the first attack way back in season 1. But he seems to be on his way to becoming a full-fledged bad guy, you know, with the way things are going. And, you know, the people around him are trying to desperately rein him in without much success. So it's going to be a journey. I've been told that this is the beginning of the new arc now, where we head back to Paradis and we get to see things, you know, sort of as they have picked up 4 years later. You know, what is the situation with the island? Have they now managed to get out and fortify the entire thing? You know, are people living out in the land? You know, have they been able to go and take down the Titans that are left there? It's going to be an interesting sort of pickup. And then we've got the consequences of essentially a declaration of war against Paradis. So, yeah, we're going to jump in. Before we do, I want to say a big thank you to my Patreon super supporters, Frank Tremel, Karen Abel, Nick Walters, Damon Smallwood, Michael Y, Mr. Greg 89, Olly Brown, Nightwolf 37, Pobinhas, and Nightwing 0102. So without further ado, let's jump in. Let's see what happens.
No word from the advance party. It's been 2 hours.
Then have teams 2 and 3 prepare to land as well.
So this is a year after the end of season 3. Well into bed, that's a Titan. Yeah. It's Eren. He's just casually walking the ship onto land. I love it.
Hello,
Anji.
welcome to Paradis Island. Oh, you sure about that? Maybe you should be more polite, unless you want to piss off the Titan looming behind you.
Oh, shit.
Put your hands up!
Oh!
Lay down your weapon.
Oh, that's her.
What are you? Do as she says.
Hanji, I'd like to accept your invitation. Let's have some tea.
This is where they picked up.
Oh, I see now. So that's why your guns can shoot so many bullets. Back in Marley, those weapons are standard issue.
So they learn a lot and get a lot of their technology from
Each made up of
capturing
thousands of
people.
troops. That comes out to 1 million soldiers in total.
You gonna take that intel back to Marley?
Never. It's amazing. I am in awe.
She sees through the disinformation that Marley
is occupied.
puts out.
It's at war with an alliance of several nations. Our mutiny was carried out at the express command of Zeke Yeager.
So he started all of it.
Volunteers. And our goal is to free the Eldian people.
Holy shit, so when did he
So that concludes
decide?
Zeke's requests. He claims that he can save the Eldian people, whose existence is currently under threat.
Absurd! We shouldn't even be listening to this.
Yeah, when did he
Talking about
turn
Titans.
tides?
Turn the people of Ragacoin to Titans and spread terror within the walls!
He will only reveal the details of his plan after his conditions have been met.
Huh. It's a lot of trust.
How feckless idiots does he take us for?
How to activate the only hope that still remains to us Eldians. He knows how to wake the millions of Titans sleeping.
Oh, holy shit.
Start the rumbling and crush the world.
Yeah, with 1 million Titans, you could do that.
Why'd you keep quiet about this for so long?
But they need to be able to control
I
them.
was concerned for Historia's safety.
You alright?
It's an ambush. Yeah, the Colossal Titan. Holy shit.
Welcome to our final island filled full of devils. You're gonna love it. As long as you like
Oh, Levi.
this.
I love you.
Feel free to turn us down. If you don't want to come ashore,
Oh, by the way, why is your skin so dark, Onion Capone?
Oh.
Because our creator thought that things would be more interesting. If the world were occupied,
I suppose they probably have never seen anyone of a different
that
race.
applies to you subjects of Ymir as well.
Niccolo's a master when it comes to Marleyan cuisine.
jerks. If you don't like how it looks, then don't eat it.
Sasha. Sasha, no. Oh, no. Her one weakness, food.
You're a genius. This is the best food I've ever eaten.
She's in heaven right now. I mean, she is also in heaven, but
Should be finished building the port soon.
yeah.
Progress has been fast. Work to see each other as people.
I am kind of sad that we never got to see the in-between bits, you know, the catching up with the rest of the world,
Bertolt's memory.
the
Yeah.
discovery of everything.
Didn't notice anything that seemed helpful.
You know, I think that's one of the consequences of them rushing.
Zeke has less than 3 years to live.
This graveyard is full of people your kind.
Oh, shit.
You have no right to come here. Let us take care of this guy.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, but please.
Marleyans can go to hell.
Who was it?
You okay?
So, if you ever want to, please come and let me cook you something.
Please be receptive. Thank you.
House, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad that the olive branch was accepted.
A beautiful hotel that you can relax at.
So, could I ask you to stop glaring?
This is all the Titan transformation serum we were able to steal from Marley.
Oh,
Sorry,
shit.
but it's hard to reproduce. It is my opinion that we've proven ourselves to be your loyal friends over these past 3 years. This is a shame. The weapons that we offered you as gifts were
Oh,
intended to
shit.
bring freedom to the Eldian people.
What's going
I know
on?
that this is a selfish request, but would you please overlook our weakness for a time?
What better lodging could there be? It's a giant forest. Difficult to move through and devoid of boulders.
It's in case he transforms.
ODM gear, too.
We've killed a huge number of people. Sailors, soldiers, civilians.
Children.
The devastation we spread was indiscriminate, and the three of you did. Right?
Oh shit.
Annie.
She's encased in crystal.
Say something. Please.
Has she been asleep this whole time?
Be killed. Fight for your life.
The only way to live is to fight. So fight.
Oh, he's...
Just fight.
Couldn't tell if he cut his hair or put it into a bun. Okay, so a little bit of a kind of recap episode to guide us through what's happened over the last, 3-4 years. And I guess this is kind of the expense of them deciding to make this the final season, is that we don't get to live through those 3 years in full. And I think it could have made a really interesting story. The idea that firstly seeing them clear out the island, encounter these Malian soldiers, actually learn about the outside world. And yeah, sure, it wouldn't have provided us with the same kind of surprise as finding out, that Eren had escaped and had done all of this stuff, and that Zeke was actually trying to help them. But there's a lot of stuff there that we missed. I love that scene of, the group trying foods that they'd never even seen before, and learning about technology that, they couldn't have dreamt existed, and then seeing someone of a different colour for the first time, learning about religion. There's so much that they've learned about over those 3-4 years that we didn't really get to be a part of. And it is a bit of a shame, but ultimately it's the price that we are paying to get what we are receiving now, which is, the final season 4 years later. And, really it's sort of a, it's going to be an action-packed non-stop journey to the very end. Learning about, Zeke being the one who actually came up with this whole plan in the first place many years before it even took effect was surprising. But I guess it kind of makes sense. He's coming towards the end of his life, supposedly. He's in his last year now. If we go to the current day, then that's his last year as the Beast Titan. And so maybe, he starts to think about his legacy and what he really wanted, and starts to think about his roots. It's like they said there, he found out that his mother had been transformed into a Titan and that she was of royal blood. And that if he wanted a chance to save his people, then he needed to do it now, because they need someone of royal blood as well as the founding Titan to gain control of all of these Titans within the walls. And, realistically, against the force of the entire world with their technology, that's probably going to be the only way that they can defend themselves. Just an overwhelming force of Titans unleashed. It'd be a hell of a job to get them across the ocean, but, it is their hope. It is their only hope. I actually look forward to seeing if that comes to pass. But, there's things here that are still very tense between the Malians and, the people on Parody. There's still not full trust there, even after all this time. With Niccolo and Yelena having been in that society for the last 3 years, there's still a lack of trust. And, you can see how, unfortunately, there is misguided beliefs on both sides, as a result of everything that's happened in, the world's history. It's very hard to break many years of grudges and beliefs, and that's what we're trying to see here, is them trying to shake those beliefs to work together. I'm very glad that Niccolo extended the olive branch to Sasha's family and it was accepted. It gives me hope that, the Malian people, the Eldian people, and, those on Parody can coexist eventually. But it's hard to say right now. But it was a really good episode. Nice to catch up and find out what had been going on with the scouts and all that. So yeah, I'm going to go and watch the next episode right now. So thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you for the next one.